Hey, welcome back. Welcome back to Mario. I have a new friend, Bowser. What's he doing? We're making some progress in this game. We already got 3 stars. I got 2 stars in this week of playing. But it's my 3rd week, so 1 star a week. And we finish in 7 weeks. That's still a long time. I guess I can try to rip through a bunch of quick notes, maybe. I have a ton of them. Mandalorian, Queen's Gambit, church thing, therapy thing. I didn't even do the therapy thing. Talk too much about the election. I have another election note. 3 more election notes. Okay. Let's just try to do something. One quick thing. What is it? I watch this YouTube person sometimes. Her name is Jenny Nicholson. Her last video stood out to me because she was so mean. She made fun of this Hallmark channel that had like 300 views on every video, and she was just like, I guess it didn't come across as too mean because it's Hallmark and like they're a big company. It's not like some guy in his basement making a video. But she was just like bashing the editor and like the host of the DIY channel. I guess I don't know. I guess I did feel a little bit bad about it because I'm like, if she ever watched this, if anybody ever watched this, like, well, how much could she rip it apart? It's bad. This channel's bad. It's bad. Oh, I wanted to mention this week, I almost forgot. So I got a new person that commented. He probably won't watch every video, so he might not watch this, but it's interesting to note because, well, he found my channel. He wasn't like a Twitter person, like a leftover Twitter person. And his channel's called Geek with Anxiety. I remember when I first started doing this, I tried looking for channels like that, and I didn't find like any. I remember I found this one guy who talked about mental health, and he would stream. But I didn't really watch him because I don't like streams. But this guy, I watched one of his episodes. It was 8 minutes long. It's perfect. And he's so much better at me than talking. He was so succinct. He was like, this is what I want to talk about. I'm going to talk about it for 8 minutes. I want to play Counter-Strike, I think. Oops, what am I doing? I'm going to stay on topic. I'm not going to be distracted by the game. And I'm going to talk about social anxiety. He was talking about social anxiety. I don't hear a lot of guys talking about that. Sometimes on YouTube I see like vlogs of girls who talk about it. And I'm like, ugh, I feel so bad. Because they're so young and they're like, I'm sad, and I'm like, I'm like a teenage girl, but get over it. I don't know, like I feel bad about myself that I identify with a teenage girl, like talking to her. I should be an adult. The social anxiety is a thing for kids. That's the stigma I give myself or whatever. What can scarecrows do? They just terrorize. What does that do? Rotate the control pad. What? It's a D-pad. I can't rotate it. Oops, I wanted to heal Mario, whatever. What was I talking about? I guess that's it. Oh, the new guy. Oh, I think that's it. I guess I should put a link if I can remember. This video was really good. I don't really watch YouTube videos that much, so I hope he doesn't feel bad if I don't watch all of them. But his is definitely one that I would watch, and I even commented. That's good. I felt like I had to, because he was so specifically like he's talking about the same things I'm talking about. I gotta comment. Did I get any comments today? I didn't even check. No, probably not. No. I'm not doing anything. Do I have to use magic? Okay, can I get through my notes for once? I'm not good as geek gaming guy. And they keep coming. Sorry. Do I get both of them? No, that wouldn't make sense. Let's talk about the Mandalorian. I have a note about that. The first episode came out last Friday of the second season, and I did not like the first season at all. People were into it, and I like Star Wars. I didn't like it at all. I thought the first episode was awful. I remember watching it and thinking, like, I'm gonna go online and it's gonna get terrible reviews, and it didn't. That surprised me. Why is the screen glitching like that? Is that bad? But yeah, I want different things out of a Star Wars show. And the major... Okay, I almost did it again. The major flaw for me, not for the show, is just the Mandalorian as a main character. He's not interesting at all. I mean, why is he saving Baby Yoda? Why is he on this mission? What does he want? What is he doing? I have no idea who he is. Why should I care about him? It's cool to see Star Wars stuff. And there were a couple episodes that were enjoyable on the first season. I liked my favorite episode so far has been the second season episode, and it's because they introduced this Timothy Oliphant character, and he's really interesting and good. He's an interesting character. They give him a backstory that's interesting. He's a good actor. So I liked his story, and the story of like this group of people who live in Tatooine, and they're like terrorized by this giant. And the special effects on it's called the Crate Dragon. It's like a giant sandworm that lives in Tatooine. The special effects on that were crazy good. crazy that TV shows can do that kind of thing now, where it's just like it looks better than a movie. If you saw that in a movie, you'd be like, oh, that looks really good. Compare that to Lost, where they couldn't even afford to get a CGI polar bear to look any good. That was what, 15 years ago? They had to use a puppet and that looked terrible. And I saw a trailer for, like, what was it? The new Call of Duty. And they did a CGI Ronald Reagan, and it looked pretty cool. Like, it looked... I didn't listen to it. I just saw that. I saw it real quick. I wonder what he sounds like, because he had dialogue. Did they get a Ronald Reagan impersonator to talk like him? I wonder what he sounded like. That's it for that. No. Give me another note. Mandalorian, second season was good. Timothy Oliphant, Great Dragon. Whatever. Okay. Church stuff, I did that. Oh, the therapy thing. Ugh, where's the therapy thing? I already kind of talked about it a little bit, but I wanted to mention the therapy. Okay. I told my therapist about my dad being sick. And I was expecting her to... Well, oh yeah, that did something. Like in a different area, which is weird. Oh, this is fun. Ready? Who's that guy? I think they changed the music too. Beep, 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 beep. So you could just... what's the point of that? You just... That's kind of funny. You can only do it once. Oh, that's a bummer. Beep 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 beep. I was expecting... I'm just gonna say what I said before. Is there anything else I can say? What I said before is, like, I thought it would be healthier to be prepared for my dad dying, and, like, she would help me be prepared for that. But she's just like, yeah, don't think about it. It's not it probably won't happen, so just don't worry about it. And if it happens, then we'll deal with it. And I was trying to tell her, like, I'm not prepared for it. And that's a way of me saying, like, I don't think I could survive if my dad died. I might be suicidal. Is there any way to prepare for it? And she just said, no, there's no way to prepare for it. I need more mushrooms, I think. A lot of mushrooms. What am I gonna do? I got a freebie. Oh, this was the note. I don't know what it is about, like, being a human being and thinking... I think this is a thing that a lot of people experience where, like, they want to be prepared. They're afraid of the shock. I don't know what that is. Like, you want to think about it beforehand because you want to be ready when it happens. You don't want to just, like, be ignorant about, like, oh, just living your life, and then all of a sudden your mom calls you and is like, yeah, your dad's dead. You want to be prepared for that, and the only way to prepare for it is just to keep thinking about, like, okay, what if it happens? What am I going to do? How am I going to react? You don't want to be shocked by it. I don't know why. It's like a way to control it, I guess, but it's scary to think that it'll just happen and you won't have thought about it before it happens. You want to think like, okay, I knew this might happen, so it's okay. It's okay. Obviously, if that happens, that's not how I'm gonna react, even if I think about it every day for the rest of my life. I'm never gonna be prepared for it, and it's always gonna be a shock. Even if he died like tomorrow, I know he's sick. He has this virus that people die from. But it still would be shocking if, like, even if he went to the hospital and he was, like, dying, I would still be shocked if it happened. Because he's like my dad. I only have one dad. You never expect your dad to die, I don't think. Maybe if I'm like 50 years old and he's like 100 or something, but I'm not ready for it. And I guess she's kind of saying, oh, save point, that's a great place to stop. Well, she's just saying, like, yeah, nobody's prepared for that. I just turned my head to the side. Don't look, this side's bad this week. I said that last week too. Oy. Don't look at it. It's because of the mask. It proves that I'm a good person because I'm wearing the mask. I told my boss, I found out my dad was sick on Sunday. I told my boss on Monday, and he's had a weird reaction. He's like, oh yeah, you just go home, don't be here. So that was kind of nice. I kind of had Monday off, and I kind of worked from home a little bit, which was interesting. I didn't hate it. I always thought working from home would be bad because I would be infecting like my safe space with this anxiety from work. But a little bit of the opposite happened, where the comfort of my home infected the work a little bit. Where like if I something stressful was, I could just walk away from it. But when I'm at work, I'm always at work, and I have the dress shirt on, and I'm like in work mode. But when I'm at home, I can relax a little bit, and it means I'm not gonna do my work as well. But who cares? At least I'm sane. I feel like my voice is sounding different. I don't know. Is it because I'm talking too much? Is there an update? So every day this week, I checked 5:38 to see if there's an update. It's 8:40 on Thursday, and we haven't called the election yet. When I started recording this at like 6 o'clock, I thought there would be an update. Like they would call Nevada or something. Okay, they have some kind of a thing here. I'm just gonna read this. What is this? Something for Pennsylvania happened. 2 more batches of Pennsylvania votes were reported. They just keep reporting it in these batches like, oh, we got 1,000 more votes. Okay. 23,000 votes in Philadelphia, all for Biden. All for Biden? What? About 5,300 votes. What? He just got all of them? Is that possible? This one batch of votes in Philadelphia has been picked up by some people, including Fox News, as possible evidence of fraud. It's not, according to Edison Research, which aggregates vote data for ABC. Sometimes election officials and vote aggregators unintentionally enter vote updates one candidate at a time, rather than entering all candidates together. Other candidates' votes are then included in a subsequent batch. That appears to be what happened here. In the next update from Philadelphia, Trump got about double the share of votes. The first comment underneath this is like, all? You got all of them? But it's misleading for people because we've been getting all these updates like, here's 10,000 votes, and it's always like kind of balanced. But I read that and I was like, he got 23, he got all of them? Which is good for Biden, correct? Sometimes people on Twitter can be funny. And then the next comment you get is, lol, unadulterated cheating. God, these people. Serious question, why are they finding these badges in the Rust Belt that are 100% one way or the other? Not saying it's fraud, but on the face it looks suspect. That's a good version of a Trump supporter, like, hey, this is suspicious, but like actually learn about it. Don't just stop. That's what Trump does, is like, this, I don't like this, so it must be fraud. Well, why don't you try to learn about something? Okay. There's one more update. This will be the last one. Nate Silver says, this is interesting. The Democratic Senate candidate in Alaska is claiming he'll win once all the ballots are counted. That is interesting. I'm not sure I buy that. But if no mail votes have been counted in Alaska, the results we do have so far could be significantly more friendly to Republicans than first thought. What? I don't understand. If so, that would affect the race for presidency, where Biden trails, and the House. What? He can't win Alaska. Why is he saying he's gonna win Alaska? I think it was just a typo from Nate. If the results we do have so far could be significantly more friendly to... Oh no, that makes sense. But not Alaska. It doesn't make sense. Could Biden win Alaska? They haven't called it yet. Okay, yikes. Okay, I think last time I recorded I said, by this time next week we should have a new... I didn't really say that, because I knew by the time I post this episode, hopefully, I mean, it's going to be like November 25th or something. It's going to be like Thanksgiving. We should know who the president is by Thanksgiving. I'm going to make a bold claim here. But that's it for this week. It's probably weird that I post these... I'm going to post these so much later than the election, and I talk about the election a lot. But that's how it works. This election was very interesting. Everybody says that every time, but it's with the virus and everybody's voting and everything, and it's Donald Trump is president. No matter how many times I say that, it will never sound normal. And on January 25th or whatever, it will not be true anymore, which will be nice. For the past 4 years, Donald Trump has been president. Donald Trump has been president. Yeah. See you tomorrow.